Good morning, everybody. Hope I remembered the microphone this time. Yes, I did. How's everybody this morning? I hope your week is either ending or starting well, depending on what time of day it is. And I know, technically, I think the week starts on Sunday, doesn't it? But for me, my weeks always seem to start on Monday. But Right, what am I doing? Working on this thing, Titania Prime. And inadvertently Nightwave. And poor old Achilles here, he's not getting a lot of activity at the moment because I'm mostly using flight mode. So what I've done so far this morning is basically add former to Titania Prime, Depixia and Dewata Primes. I think I've added, yeah, they both had two former added. This is the second one. Titania is actually fairly well formed, so it's not as bad as some of the others. And the whole purpose really is just to try and get as much, well, killing power and flight duration out of this thing as I possibly can. Because I'm curious about using it in Steel Path, and I definitely need to kill things faster in this Steel Path with this.
Transference still holding.
Shut up, operator. Why can't I switch you off?
Extraction is ready.
Oh, okay.
Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
Okay, well, that was short and to the point.
Time to get out of here.
Right, let's see if we can actually get a better run. Reason I'm using this one is A, I like it, and B, it is very suitable for Titania. Plenty of room for maneuver.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
Come out wherever you are. And the other thing I need to do is really pick up better mods. I'm really basically working on sort of the common ones, or common-ish ones, if you like. And I do want to try this out on Hylvania, the outdoor type missions. Mind getting Razor Wing Blitz either, because that's probably going to improve things no end. Ooh. Ran out. And now I'm vulnerable because I don't have good health and shields. You know how these things go. You end up balancing. You can have good shields and good health and good armor, but you won't necessarily have decent abilities. Or energy. And for obvious reasons, I kind of feel I need to maximize those. And rely on speed and unexpected angles of attack. Keep me alive. The other thing you have to do is sort of watch out for the energy orbs.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
You see what I mean by wanting to kill everything as fast as I can, because I need the energy. They drop. The best way to get that is to kill everything as fast as you decently can. I wouldn't mind getting some Archon shards on this, actually. Most of mine at the moment are applied to my Gauss. Some of those would be awfully handy. The ones that give you energy, a percentage of energy up front. That would be awfully handy. And Nightwave is getting 7,000 points for killing 100 Eximus. Which is nice. I've not seen that particular achievement before.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now?
If he wants to go again, I'm quite happy.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
2 are normally good for at least 9 levels, I think. If everybody's quick enough. Which is, of course, the problem. I spent too long here. ankle biter mode there. Did I call it Hollandia when it should be Helvanian? Well, the other thing I could do is get better headshots.
Extraction is
That worked surprisingly well, has to be said.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
I'm not sure there's much point at this time in putting more Forma on the Dex Pixia or the Duwata. Hey, janitor. How you doing, Jerry? Well, just you in chat at the moment. Let's have a look, see. Okay, so I've got a bit of space for stuff here. So do I have enough capacity for what I want to put on? Simple answer appears to be no, I don't. Wouldn't mind getting that on there. Prime Teacher Charge is a useful one to have. I can kind of get Soulframe to work, but I don't have one of the invitations to play the game, and it was twitchy in Linux. Not twitchy. I could get it installed, I could get it running, and then it stopped running, and then there are issues trying to set up the correct working directory under Steam. There are apparently other ways of doing it, but I would like to get in on Soulframe. How is it? Let's see. So what am I actually wanting to put on here? What's that one? Stick in here. I can't remember. It wasn't primed heated charge seeker. I might as well stick that on. Why not? Ah, no. Yeah, and actually, I wouldn't mind sticking Trick Mag on this. So actually, putting another former on here for this would be potentially a good idea. The problem is, you can, I have found, over former something. If you get too many former on there, then you're gonna, if you, yeah, please send me an invite code. My email address is linked on YouTube, but in fact I can type it in. Hang on a second. Well, don't forget, of course, it's in extremely early access at the moment, so everything's up in the air. Well, how it is now compared with how it is when it even goes into formal release is going to be quite potentially quite different. Yeah, I would like to stick Trick Mag on. Do I want any of the others? Not really, no. I would like to stick something in over here. So this is where I'm sort of gambling with this. I've almost got enough to put it on. I don't seem to have... Yeah, this is where I'm really sort of have to consider carefully what I'm doing. The extra ammunition is awfully handy, even though the reload rate is pretty quick. Being able to pour in the fire without reloading is, of course, very handy to have. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and form that. I think I'm going to do that. And yeah, because I do want to put Trick Mag on there. I don't care about suppress. Don't really care about the 20% movement speed when aiming because I'm not doing that. So I think we will put a Naramon mod on that. And yeah, I've got plenty of formulas. And that's not too bad. Yes, I'm sure it is, yes. So do I want to do anything with the Titania Prime? Let's see. What did I have over here? I can't remember. Harness Mandible? What did I have on that? I don't remember. Primed Fever. See, being able to stick Primed Fever Strike on here would be awfully nice. Which I can do. I don't need impact damage, although actually that could work. What happens if I put Primed Heavy Trauma on? That's actually worth having. But do I need to add any more former to this? I'm probably going to need to at some point. thing I don't want to do... Oh, thank you very much, Jerry. With luck, I'll get around to trying that out today and see... Well, I imagine the game is. I mean, they're using the same game engine, from what I understand, as Warframe. And the little bit I've seen of it does remind me very much of Warframe, in terms of presentation, at least. Do I need to format this? That's an interesting question for me. Let's see. What am I likely to put on? Prime Fever Strike. I can stick on there. North Wind. Let's have a look at Toxin. Alright, what's the electricity use? Shocking Touch. That could go on there as is. What is Heat? Heat can go on as standard. I'm going to leave this as it is for now, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that as it is for now and just rank up Dex Pixia, which should be relatively quick. I mean, I don't even use Titania Prime that much, to be honest. Yeah, there's some tips and hints on how to get the game running in Linux. Like I say, I got it running under Steam, but apparently there are better ways of doing it, and in principle I do have access to those. There's a couple of packaging systems for wine and wine type environments, like bottles, and there's another one, and apparently one of the other ones works quite well. But thank you, I appreciate that. Alright, so go back to the ranking up process.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
We will bring honor to the Tenno.
The razor wings are awfully handy. They've actually got a surprisingly long range. Hello, Nika Brika, how you doing? Oh grief, Windows 8.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy. We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
It definitely helps, obviously, if I've got a team there who can kill things faster. Yeah, things are going alright so far. It's bloody cold outside. And we had snow. And I'm slightly surprised I haven't got ice on the inside of my windows outside of this room. Feels that freezing in the rest of the apartment.
The enemy is at our doorstep.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
Until reinforcements arrive.
yeah, but as you say, don't forget, it's very, very, very early development stage. I say very, very early. No, presumably they're hopefully just working on gameplay. Oh, we're now starting to look at acceptable levels of damage, it seems. It's nice. Ah.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Don't forget, it probably is advisable at this stage in the development of Warframe to give the developers as much feedback as you can. I don't know how many players they've got, but there comes a point in a game where any suggestion you make, there's pretty much no point because it's a very good bet. They know, they've been told it before, or at this point, yeah, early adopters could make a huge difference. How long has this particular phase of gameplay been going? I imagine the very real risk is basically trying to avoid doing basically Warframe in a fantasy setting. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, listeners of all ages, I present to you, walking amongst us, the once and future badass.
So that's something else we should bear in mind. Just because they've made Warframe a success doesn't mean that Soulframe will be. I hate to say it, but if you have a look at the releases that Digital they've done, not all of them have been successful. I think their breakthrough might arguably, I say breakthrough, might arguably been Warframe. That's, I think, probably been their biggest success as far as gamers are concerned. Or, well, mind you, they did work on the original Unreal, so... That's almost like a generation ago. I mean, Unreal Tournament? How long ago was that?
More of the enemy. Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
My Warframe is strong.
The original Unreal Tournament was Quake era, so we're looking at... yeah, nearly 30 years ago, aren't we? Hang on a second. When did Quake come out? Because I never played Unreal for whatever reason, but I did play Quake. And Quake, yeah, it was about 30 years ago. Half a lifetime for me. It's kind of surprising that they've been going... No, there is something to bear in mind too. Because of who actually owns Warframe. Anybody want to guess who owns Warframe? You can look it up. Bingo! Yep. Tencent has a 91% ownership in... Well, in... Is it Digital Extremes is the name of the company? Or Digital something else? Anyway, yeah, no, Tencent owns them. And that could easily have an effect. And I can't remember if Warframe was actually developed. I think Tencent... Well, no, actually, Tencent acquired somebody else's holding, and I can't remember who it was. But it was another Chinese company, I think. Digital Extremes. Okay, now I'm glad I'm remembering that properly. My memory has a habit of inserting other words in things.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy. That's the last of them.
And I believe Tencent have said things like, "Oh no, we're not going to interfere in the development process." But you know that's not going to work. So, hang on a second. Let me have a quick look here. Digital Extremes. Let's see. Oh, that's right. It was Leiyu that got bought out by Tencent. Oh, they've got 450 employees. They're not a small company. Here we go. So, Warframe came along in what, 2013, right? And oh, they did buy. Oh no, they did the. Oh, I remember. I remember this. Sorry, I'm just looking at their releases on the Wikipedia. Extreme Pinball. I remember Extreme Pinball. Then they did Unreal, Unreal Tournament, Unreal Championship, Unreal Tournament. Yeah, and then they did a couple of things which I don't think I ever heard of. Pariah, Warpath, Dark Sector. And then we get to Warframe in 2013. And let's see. (2013). When did they? All right. So, sorry, I'm having to. So actually, for most of the 2013, that was more or less when Warframe was released. So up until that point, they were actually owned by Sumpo Food Holdings Limited. No, that's not quite true. No. So Sumpo Food Holdings acquired a majority of Digital Extremes in 2014. Sumpo was rebranded as Leiyu, and then Leiyu was acquired by Tencent. So I think it's safe to say a lot of what is currently Warframe was developed without could arguably been developed without the influence of their majority shareholders. Soulframe is going to have been developed entirely under the auspices of Tencent, which could have obviously an effect. I'm just going to rank everything up before I do anything interesting. Yeah, I never saw Dark Sector. Apparently Star Trek in 2013 used a prequel of this game engine.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
Razor wings are surprisingly effective.
Extraction is ready.
You know what? Let's see if I can do 6 levels solo. Normally I would say no, that would not be advisable, but let's try it. Yeah, normally with something like a I've learned, yeah, trying to do more than about 3 levels with, say, a Gauss, I probably could. This does seem to be making it a lot easier. And it has to be said, Razor wings definitely help.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to
Okay,
evacuate.
so that's everything up to level 30 for now. Let's go back and quickly revisit the Dipixia configuration, because I would like to get the magazine capacity on there. I think that's what I was intending to do, wasn't it? So I need to get Trick Mag on. And what did I want for this? Was it impact damage? Concussion rounds? That's worthwhile. It's not bad. And I still have a bit of capacity left. Ah. Oh, the magazine. Oh no, that's ammo maximum. Okay. That's not.
Operator, Ordis is sorry. Happy.
Yeah, that's ammo. I forgot. That's ammo maximum, and ammo maximum doesn't apply. So this was a bit silly. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So I just did something daft. I could always stick suppress on. Pistol ammo mutation. I don't need that. You know what? Putting Hawkeye on isn't a bad idea. Oh, hang on a sec. Do I have Hawkeye maxed out already? I don't. Alright, I'll settle for that for now. That was a bad move. Hey Tony, how you doing? Alright. So, let's see how this works for something else.
Service your weapons myself.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Mars. Where is it? It's Mars? Mars. What is it? I can never remember. It's Tiana class. Oh, that's right. I remember this because I got to choose between magnetic and corrosion, and I ended up sticking blast damage on. Let's go stick blast damage on. Ooh. No, that improves blast radius. So let's pop off that and stick heated charge on. Primed heated charge. Ooh. That's nice. And I could conceivably... Actually, this is where we start to get a little bit of balancing questions, because I would like to stick Deep Freeze on, for example, instead of Ice Storm. But Deep Freeze requires a Vazarin, but I don't have, so I would take that out. And this is where juggling, all of a sudden sticking an Omniformer on would be a good idea. Fortunately, I do have a couple of Omniformia, but that will do for now. And yeah, we'll put Blast on this as well. And that is Molten Impact. And hang on a second. And North Wind, isn't it? No. Do I have... I could put Galvanized Steel on instead of Pressure Point, but that's melee damage. Condition Overload. Nope. Sacrificial Pressure. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Alright, I'm going to leave it as is, I think. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Because I'm still essentially quietly in the background working on Citrine, I will do that. I do need to go to Helvania. Is it Helvania?
Please select destination.
Yeah, Helvania. And as a general pronunciation, I don't know about other languages, but in German, that O umlaut converts the O to more of an sound. So that in German, approximately, would be Helvania. Don't know about other languages so much. But let's try Titania Pass, because like I say, I do want the... I do want citrine at some point. In fact, given that I've been going for 55 minutes, and I'm going to be doing Titania Pass for a while, let me take a quick break, and then I'll be back and grind that for a while. Chat should stay up, by the way. I changed how I did things. I'm very slow to change my screens. I prefer to evolve them rather than make dramatic changes, unless I have some hugely great idea, which I have not had. How are you doing today, Tony? Yeah, let's have a bash at Titania Pass.
forces have regrouped. Go. Do you know the story of Belric and Rania?
Yes, you told me.
Whose guardian Warframe tried to save them by encasing them in her crystal. It is their remains, and the connection forged between them that you are protecting.
You know what? I hate to say it. I think I kill more when playing as this than I do as on my best day with a Gauss. It's a slightly disturbing realization, given how much time and effort I put into the Gauss. Oh no! Ooh, that's not pleasant.
My tube men are endless, Tenno.
Yeah, I've got a blood test tomorrow to test for diabetes. Because I was pre-diabetic for quite a while. I'm hoping everything will be okay. When I was in the hospital last time, they tested me, just in case I had to have an operation. More or less, yeah, a year ago.
Having a week about that, Krill?
I got hauled off
In your house.
by an ambulance with kidney stones, and they thought they were going to have to operate. So they basically put me through prep, and then in the end didn't need the operation.
Break the tunnel.
But part of that is testing for diabetes. I was okay back then, so hopefully I'm okay still now. I don't like going to doctors. Oh, wait a second. I wondered where everybody had gone. I hadn't noticed. Whoops. Ha! At the moment, it's a toss-up.
Orcus forces are mounting an assault on the Venus crystal. Stop them.
For some things, this is so definitely superior and easier. For things like this, for example, where I don't have to rely on my terrible parkour skills. Yeah, for a lot of things, I definitely prefer this. I can see that there will be missions that I would prefer a Gauss. Or Uriel. I like playing Uriel. But that's as much because, well, it's Uriel. Playing a demon frame? Are you kidding me?
Come on.
I gotta spend some time with Wisp. Because of that whole invisibility while jumping thing. That could be very, very useful. And I have played a bit off camera with that. And yeah, them not being able to see you when you're in midair. Very nice. I need to work on that a bit. I suspect what's going to happen is, sooner or later, as my stable of Warframes increases, or primes at any rate, I will end up, yeah, using each one for different missions. I'll probably start trending more towards that. I will say, though, I wouldn't want to use this for static defense, you know, where you have to stick around close. This really would lose a lot of its flexibility if you have to, yeah, do static defenses. You know, like some of those where you pretty much got to hang around the target you're defending. Oh dear.
One more trip through the tunnel of love, Tenno. Balric the bold, Ronya the clever, unleashed the infested on Deimos forever. Never liked that rhyme. Garbage rhyme.
It was. I thought it was Sun that unleashed the infested on Deimos. Or was that the same person?
planting a critical mass of citrine's remnants will create a prismatic ward to his crystals.
Of course, the great thing about, I say one of the great things about this whole basically flying a mini Archwing is you can come up with some completely unexpected angles of attack.
Seek out Citrine's remnants to protect Belric and Rania's crystals. When extreme emotions meet pure void energy, they can change reality, bend and break the laws of nature. Might this explain the connection between these crystals?
No, it's the same gun as previously. I just got the fire rate improved. And a bit more damage.
Pitter, pitter, pitter. Rodents snatch crystals from sick Deimos. Stashed one on Venus. Stashed one on Mars. Void kiss tangled up like crystals. Tube men, smash this tunnel. Stop the rodents.
definitely makes this particular mission a lot easier. For me, at any rate, than using Gauss. Simply because I don't have to struggle so much getting places. Damages reaching the gratifying stages. Yeah. Don't get stuck. Are they actually trying to hit the razor wings there? Don't helps if you don't spend. Okay, I think everybody's given up. That's fine.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
Oh, that was kind of funny, to be honest. Alright. Let's see, actually. Where do I go to check how... Oh, I know. It's on Demos, isn't it? To check up on citrine progress. Let's see. You are having a very quiet day. Yes, you are. I'm not sure if I'm... Not sure whether to be glad of that or not. I don't in principle approve of taking animals into warfare, but that's just me. Alright, I don't think there's anything I can immediately do with these, is there? Nope. And I definitely don't have the wherewithal to upgrade that. And I won't. Don't think I can. Definitely can't kick that up a level. But I've got a bit of room to maneuver with that at least, which is nice.
Knock, knock.
Alright.
Who would be knocking?
Let's go and have a quick word on Demos. Check
great.
my...
I don't think you should answer that.
I don't know what I've got for citrine. What time is it? Okay, just checking there. You know what? It would probably be pretty good for a lot of the missions above surface. Here, now that I think about it. Let's see, who do I want to talk to? Is it Lloyd?
Tenno.
No, it isn't.
I forget what one is meant to do. What you do would vex my sanity, Tenno. Yes, I'm sure we've all got better things. To better times.
Who is it I need to see? Oh, it is not here, is it? It is... don't want to go here. Want to go to the other one. I can't remember what it's called. Where was I headed? Yeah, Necrolisk. That's where I really wanted to go. Yeah, it was Otak I think I wanted to see.
Lloyd says this.
How much citrine have I got? 515 and 480. Huh?
I guess Lloyd forgot we got invaded by the sentiments.
Those were the sentients, Otak. As I believe I have explained before.
Oh. So, I can start... Yeah, these are all the same. What? Okay, that is the first step there. To building citrine. Okay, that's a step in the right direction.
Together, we will build the future.
But the other thing I wanted to try was
Please select destination.
yeah, I wanted the Hell Scrub. Because the Hell Scrubs, I think, are mostly above ground, aren't they? That might be interesting to try, if nothing else. Let's try the Hell Scrub, and I will first of all change to magnetic damage. If I could just stay out of range of things, that could be interesting. So... and... magnetic. Oh, wait a minute. Magnetic does use Ice Storm. And... oh, that's interesting. Deep Freeze? No. Oh, Convulsion. And I could actually pop in Magnetic Might and replace... Oh, that's interesting. Reload speed is not affected. Reload speed was not affected. Huh. It's useful to know.
Ordis is angry. I may require
Drop
maintenance.
that one. Drop North Wind. Oh, hang on. No, I want North Wind, don't I? Because I always forget that. And I want Cold. No, Shocking Touch. And that is... Magnetic Rush. Ooh. Do I want to... keep impact damage and put Magnetic Rush on? You know what? I'm just going to leave it as is, I think. Alright, let's go and try one of the Hell Scrubs. Because I am curious.
Please select destination.
Yeah, Hell Scrub. Let's go and have...
Plotting.
give this a bash, see how it works. Yeah. Not where I want to be.
Another hell scrubber getting puked up. Although it's only puke if it comes out of the tech rod's mouth. That's not a mouth.
Yeah, this isn't the Hell Scrub that I wanted. And I'm stuck with it. Yeah. Don't know what went through my shields there, but I can't imagine it was good. And this is my biggest problem with this. Yeah, because...
He's gurgling. New health scrubber bubbling up. Scrubber's getting choked out. Fix it.
I need toxin resistance for this, don't I?
Whatever.
Turns out it's not just hell scrubbers coming out of the rot. There's some stuff we might be interested in. Like this. See? My ass is out here on the line too. Okay, marking extraction. You can pull the ripcord whenever you need to. I won't judge. Situation critical! Great, you lost a scrubber, but that's the least of your problems.
Yeah. This is not where I shine, unfortunately. The lack of room to maneuver is a pain. I going? This is where I'm much better. Oh. Sorry about that. Yeah, that didn't work out as quite as planned. Yeah, that's not the great one. Well, I did forget. I'm not that familiar with this at this point. This is much more my area.
That scrubber, bucko! If the buildup gets any worse, it's gonna start making decisions. Got a minute to get a hell scrubber working. Coming up near you!
hit the showers.
Nostalgia is distracted, I'm taking the opportunity to make some new acquisitions. Like this. Don't worry, I'll share. You've done enough. Marking extraction. You could do more. A lot more. You've really just done the minimum at this point.
Okay, I'm not incorrect. For this kind of outdoor mission, yeah, this isn't bad. Damage is nice. Not seeing it. Nope, not seeing. What am I missing? Nope, that's... That is a environmental pack. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, it was just an environmental pack. Like same as this one.
Really needs to keep better tabs on their stuff. Someone keeps stealing it. I told you to clean your health scrubbers. Now look at what you have to deal with. Ah, I sound like
I thought that was just an environmental pack.
Contamination is off the charts. You need to hustle. Level's critical. There's no coming back from this. Get out of there!
Where am I going? Oh, great.
Knock the pus sacks off that scrubber before they sprout ahead.
There you go.
Hey, don't forget, soldiers carry personal Spore X charges for their own safety. Not that they'll do them.
Oh, okay. That's confusing in a survival mission. Looks exactly the same. Oh. Alright, so for certain one of those, yes, I actually do halfway decently. Let's go to Albania. Yeah, it looked like an environment. It was the same marker as an environmental pack. How was I supposed to know? Alright, there is something.
What's up? So, who's this for?
Oh, is that the only one I got?
Super, not bad.
Yeah.
Ahí luego nos vemos.
Hello.
No, it's not that I want. It is.
Good. Letty, can I have a word?
Anytime I think I've gotten better.
Yeah.
You need it? I got it.
Yeah, here we go.
As long as you need something.
Site 09. That's what I'm after now. That's what I'm slowly getting after.
Thank you kindly. Okay.
Yeah, so for some of those missions, yeah, that Wisp actually would work quite well, especially if I got in at the beginning of one of the survivals. For some reason, I find that easier. That would be great for that, actually, as long as I didn't get hit by a poison attack and I kept my height. What do I got to look out for here?
It's that time again, Dreamer.
Oh! Let's do one more mission. Let's just do one more thing. Let's do Sayer's Visions. Just for fun. Because I'm actually getting to the end of this live stream, and let's just get ranked up with Nightwave again. How many times will that be today? Or blast damage? I'm really going to bother with this one. Blast damage, which is Ice Storm and primed heated charge. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that does affect. Alright. Let's just go and do a quick run through of Sayer's Visions. Because that's a nice, easy one. Not on the Steel Path. And that'll get me my 15th mission for the day, and then I'll be happy. Well, I won't be happy, but you know what I mean.
What a fortune Kome has bestowed! Is strong. Defeat the Oni to prove ours is stronger. Dark force grows too powerful. You must suppress it, Sura. We cannot prepare offerings like this.
All this talk of dreams. What dreams? I am your very real nightmare!
Silence, bloated oaf. I have seen worse after eating too much Bodhi cheese. You fight well, Tenno. The dream is almost at an end. Legends of old say that the night is darkest before the dawn, Sura. And in this cornerstone, the fate dream is dispelled. The die has been cast afresh. Shola.
Right. Now I can go pick up more of that. I think that's the third one. Certainly the second one today.
Sleeps better knowing her dreamers are out there, working to lift us up.
Okay, I haven't. Okay, I haven't seen that one. 3 nightmare missions. Okay. Right, so I am going to get on with the rest of, the rest of my day. No, for the next 2 hours. Because in 2 hours, I will be doing the Long Dark. You. Yeah. So 2 hours I'll do the Long Dark, and then the rest of my schedule is posted in the end screen. So if I don't see you in 2 hours, maybe I'll see you this evening. And if I don't, have a great day. And if I do, have a great day. Thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you all next time.